shit. Hold on, let me pour a drink real quick and all that. You know what I'm saying?
Take that hood off.
My son got the hoodie on and all that. You pour Southern drink first before I get started and shit. You feel me? We live.
Alright.
My nigga Bird in the building. My BPE brother. What's going on, son?
What's going on, y'all?
What's going on with you, man? How you been?
Man, work, boys. 6 days a week practically. You know.
That's a lot of working, goddammit.
Hey, listen, man. The funds come with it. I know people say things like, yo, you know, you do all that overtime. Uncle Sam gonna see it. But I'm okay with it because, see, come tax time, I get a refund because all that shit they taking from me goes towards my refund. And that's with no kids.
I'm not getting no goddamn refund, bro. I ain't paying enough taxes this year anyway to get any money back, so that shit gonna be a dub for me. You know what I'm saying? But what you do though?
I work at the counter. It was actually sales basically at a plumber supply. I was at this one place, Roscoe. I was there for like 23 years, but I had to go. Ownership changed, didn't like the direction. I've been at Ferguson for the past 6 years, and my growth in that place been faster in those 6 years than the 23 I've been at the other place.
Fire, that's fire, bro. We back with another episode, man. It's a whole lot of nada. Y'all see what it is, man. I got another co-host in the building with me today, man. One of my BPE brothers, man. I ain't gonna tell y'all who he is. He gonna tell y'all who he is himself, man.
What's going on, y'all? This is Bird.
It's my guy, Birdie. BPE Ballers, you heard? What's good, broski?
What up?
Good to see you, man. You know what I'm saying? What you got going on and all that, man?
Nah, I just come in here to show support, you know?
I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you. Seen Darnell joint?
I seen Darnell joint.
This shit doing little numbers and all. You see all the episodes?
I seen your first 4 actually.
Oh shit, my nigga is watching. I appreciate it. They gonna watch our shit too, son. You an interesting ass nigga, son.
Yeah, not for
I
nothing.
know you got some shit to say.
Yeah, not for nothing. Like me seeing the podcast is the reason I wanted to be up on here in the first place.
That's what's up, bro. I appreciate you for that, man. But listen, man. There's a whole lot of nada. We back with another episode, and like I said, every episode I do is always gonna be me and another co-host, because I can't talk all this shit by myself. You know what I'm saying? So I'm always gonna have somebody here with me and shit like that. But yo, you know what I always wanted to ask you, and I never knew? What's your nationality, bro?
You know, that's tricky, man, because, you know, recently I had to get public with it in a sense, but the people I'm with, because...
What you mean public, like?
What I'm saying is that, you know, the question of who my pops is, I was never really open about it. And recently I had to, you know, just be real with it, given my age and whatnot, what's going on. I gotta know where I get shit from. And it was a question of who my pops was. It was always a reluctance because it was always people who was involved that was worried about their reputation.
Right.
And I got to the point where I said, your reputation, y'all the adults, I'm the child. With all due respect, the hell with your reputation.
Right.
And you know, I grew up with a man who was African American.
Okay.
But there's a possibility that he could be Dominican.
Okay.
I've always had this thing where people say, yo, you look kind of Dominican, yo. Right. I'm not.
Right.
But am I really?
Are you?
No, I don't believe I am, no.
So what do you think you are?
I think I'm full-fledged African American, man.
Got you. I'm black as a motherfucker too. You know what I'm saying? So you down with me, nigga.
But it took me a while to get to that, man, given the shit that's going on recently.
Right.
So, I mean, like the man that was around, he passed away about a few weeks ago, actually, in November.
For real?
Yeah.
Yeah, rest in peace to that man too. Now, my uncle just passed away last week, a couple of days before Thanksgiving, man. Rest in peace, Uncle Pete, man, too. Yesterday they had the funeral and the wake and everything. I wasn't even able to make it, bro. I had to work, all that type of shit, so rest in peace, Uncle, for real, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Sorry I couldn't make it and all that, but you know what I'm saying? I want to bring you on the show and all that, because like I said, you one of my peoples and shit for real, you know what I'm saying? And you're an interesting cat, you know what I mean?
Right.
But I want to ask you a question too, nigga.
Talk to me.
Why you got that fucking weed shirt on, nigga, and you don't smoke no weed, nigga? What the fuck?
You know...
What are you doing with that hoodie on, son?
I mean, I like the hoodie for one.
You see?
Yeah.
Nah, that's all right, though. That's your style.
I like it. It's a head.
Motherfucker got on a weed hoodie, he don't burn no weed at all. No.
Yeah, but you know what's crazy also is that, you know, I don't smoke, but I carry lighters. Muggs is like,
crazy,
yo,
son.
Why you carry?
Why you carry lighters for? In case somebody need to smoke.
Nah, I mean, I look at dudes just like, hold
you
up.
See a nigga that ain't got no light, you like, hey man, here you go.
Yeah. So how you got a lighter? You don't smoke. And then my age-old question is, why you smoking and don't got a lighter? So I'm balancing shit out for you. I'm doing y'all a favor. So
got me choking over here already, son. Because I'm doing y'all a favor, son. How long you been working at that job you been working at?
This latest one, I've been here over 6 years.
6 years. So when I first met you, when we was bowling at BPE, when you was working at the other spot, where was that at? That was the one that was downtown, right?
2009.
Yeah.
2009, 2010 when I first met you. Around that time, I was like that job damn near 15 years before I saw you.
See what I'm saying? Man, I knew you, D-Mac, Swag, all y'all niggas for a minute and shit. That's why I was asking the question about the day one shit and all that. You know what I'm saying? So I get what he's saying as far as, you know what I mean, if we ain't go up in the, you know, we ain't come up in the sandbox together and all that shit, then we ain't day one. But nigga, we day twos then. Cause I knew y'all niggas was at least 10, 15 years plus, you feel me? So if we ain't day ones, nigga, we day twos. You know what I'm saying? It worked for me, you know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna put it to you like this though. You know how they go in relationships, they always say,
right.
you know, it's like from the first day we met and stuff like that. I guess that's what people mean when they say day one. They don't mean day one from sandbox day.
Nah, they mean like from when they grew up together, they basically grew up, you know what I mean? Grew up in the same building, went to the same schools,
True.
Played in the same playground, did the same things when they was younger from when they was kids. That's what they mean by day one.
Oh yeah, I understand. You know I understand that, and there's no arguing that.
Right.
But there's a first for everything. So some starts from day one. Day one when I met you. Day one was when I met you 2009.
Right.
So when I say from day one, I could say, yo, you been my dude from day one, as in the first day we met on that court, and shit hasn't changed. So when people say day one, it could be the sandbox.
Right.
And it could be the first day we ran into each other. So it's really more than one meaning of a day one. It's just that everybody assumes the sandbox days, and that's not the case.
All right, so being as though I got you here, you seen D-Mac interview. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And we talking about basketball. You being a baller, nigga, that was out in BPE all this time. Because you done played in mad games out there. You feel me? You was out there when I wasn't out there type shit.
Right.
Who would be 4 other dudes that you could run with right now? You being one of the 5.
Right.
Name 4 other players that you played with during your time at BPE that you could start a 5 with right now.
I'm gonna give you one name that I haven't heard at all.
Okay.
I'm a little surprised.
Okay.
Barry. Barry's the dude I run with. I mean, he runs the point.
Shout to Barry too,
yeah,
man.
He plays position well. That's one. Plays position well.
Okay.
Swag is another one.
Okay.
First day I
Swag De Niro?
Yeah.
Okay.
First day I met him, he dunked
Shout
on
to
somebody.
Swag. Bring your ass to the show, nigga. You know what's up, Dad.
First day I met him,
My nigga.
he dunked on somebody. That was the first day
Word?
I met him. Yeah.
Okay, Swaggy.
Yeah.
My guy, son.
Yeah.
So that's 3 of y'all,
That's
right
3 of
there.
us.
2 more.
Another one to be Joe.
You talking about light
Joe
skin Joe?
Barkley, yeah. I mean, he do a lot
Fuck
of...
Joe Barkley. Nah, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
Nah,
That's
Joe,
my nigga. That's my nigga.
Joe do a lot of talking, but he'll play all positions on defense, and that matters to me.
My nigga.
And for his size, he got hella hops, yo. For real.
I'm damn sure not gonna agree with you with that. He don't got no hops, nigga.
No, I'm not saying like.
But I agree with you on everything else.
Nah,
that nigga ain't never had no hops,
Nah,
nigga.
nigga, I ain't got hops. Like, so,
I know, son.
And the other one, see, is always the last one.
Nah, you always surprised at me, son. I was surprised you back said you was his favorite bowler and shit. That shit had me crying, son. I was like, yeah, Bird don't play, so he give you that serious ass look. He grabbed me, but he
Nah, cause you know.
Get your ass out of here, son.
Nah, because not for nothing,
Yeah.
I don't, and I'm not gonna say no homo a whole lot, but no homo on this one, cause I'm
Yeah.
comfortable with my shit for the record.
Say
but
less. Right.
I get hit a lot when I play, right? When I'm in the paint, I get hit a lot. People don't realize that because their determination is to get the ball from me, even if they hitting me. So, and I like after a while, like, dude, like, so I gotta get like massive aggressive, and if I run you over too bad,
But you got size on you anyway, so that shit like bounce off you a little something. Most of the niggas that playing against you, they not as big as you is anyway.
No, but and the famous words of Shaq, you're a grown man. Ultimately, you're gonna get hit. So,
hold on a second, bro.
Yeah.
What's good, bro?
Yo, what's good? What's the apartment number?
418.
418. All right, I'll be there in a minute.
All right.
All right, cool.
And before
That's
you
my
get
guy.
before you get on break, the other person I run with, believe it or not, Another name, I heard you mention his name, but now that I mentioned, it'd be Rel. So it'd be me,
Okay.
Joe,
Okay.
Barry,
Okay.
Rel.
Shout out to my nigga Rel too. You need to pull your ass up over here too, nigga. I got some shit to talk to you about too, nigga.
So me, Joe, Barry, Rel, and Swag.
That's fine.
And honorable mention to be D-Mac because I ran with him. Him and Lee, I ran with them more than anybody and got a whole lot of wins in that park with those two.
I'm surprised you ain't put Lee in there. That's what I was gonna say too.
But nah, he be want to take with me. See, that's where the list is tough.
Surprised you ain't
though.
put Adonis in there, son.
You know what it is? I play better against Adonis than I do with him. You know, like we get in whatever.
I like playing with him.
I like playing with him. I'm gonna surprise you though.
Yeah.
It's a person who I play with who, no matter what we do, that shit it's almost you would think we play together for years.
Who that?
That Black Bugs.
Black Bug?
Yeah, like it's like with
Shout out to Bugs too, man.
Yeah, like
on
the pick and roll shit, the pick and pop, when we do that shit there, I'm saying it and I'm telling you, it's nothing you can do about it.
Okay.
And we been doing that shit for.
What about my guy Vic?
Vic, he's learned to play. We learned to play on the same team. We did,
okay.
But he's another one I love playing against because those guys, which is
certain motherfuckers you like to play against, certain people you like to play with.
I mean, like Joe talk shit too, but people that talk shit, I'm like, man, shut up. No, I'm gonna shut you up, man, because you talking, you like your talking doesn't justify your game.
Right.
And you doing too much of it, and that's how I like to play against those guys.
Mm-hmm. I feel you on that one, man. Yo, you got any hobbies, bro?
Yeah.
Besides balling and shit like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Some shit that people wouldn't know that you like to do. You understand what I'm saying? Like, those type of hobbies type shit.
Mainly poetry and cooking.
Poetry and cooking? That's those two of your hobbies right there?
Yeah. I mean,
which one you like doing the most?
Yeah, like, I mean, when I was bumming it, when I was growing up, when I was bumming it, poetry got me through shit.
Okay.
And then when I was working, I got bored with the shit. Cooking got me out that shit.
Got you.
And I stayed on it ever since.
What's your favorite thing to cook?
I don't have a favorite, but...
What's your favorite thing to eat?
My favorite thing to eat? Now look at my size, man. It's kind of hard to pick a favorite. But,
shit, man, you had to eat something to get that big motherfucker. Pause.
Eat a whole lot of something, though.
You ain't smoked no weed to eat that shit. You know what I'm saying?
That's why I fucked up, man.
You should be skinny than a motherfucker, son.
Yeah, my metabolism...
Hilarious now. My shit is crazy. So my
metabolism was stupid.
When I first started with this job, I was like 215, bro. I'm like fucking 185 right now, bro. I done lost weight. So.
But the thing I like to cook the most is the thing I like to eat the most because it put me in business.
Right.
It's something called taco lasagna.
Okay. Yeah. Taco lasagna. That's your specialty right there.
It's getting me money. So
okay.
I don't have a particular thinking with you, but they asked for that taco lasagna. One time I was on a job and they was like, "Yo, listen, man. When you go bring that tray of taco lasagna."
That must be your specialty then. They like that shit.
How special it is.
Can you cook a Thanksgiving meal?
Yeah, I did that.
I'm talking about like a whole Thanksgiving spread, son.
I did that once in my life.
Yeah.
But this past year, I didn't do a lot. But I did a lot. I didn't do what I did when I was in Florida, but I did a lot up here.
Okay.
But with the taco lasagna, I said, yo. They said, yo, when you gonna bring some over? I said, when you give me money. These motherfuckers are going in their pocket and hand me the money to get this shit.
To do the taco stuff.
And since I work in Queens, I'm not taking a train with it. They pay my cab fare to get from the Bronx to Queens.
For real?
Yeah.
That's crazy, bro.
All they gotta do is ask.
That's what's up right there, son. So you make that shit what, every week type shit?
Nah, I make that shit whenever they ask for it. It's on demand.
So every time I gotta have an event type of thing or whatever.
No, it's made to order.
Okay. So how you get into the poetry thing? Like you said?
I was in an apartment where my grandmother's house on Creston Ave. It was actually more of a penthouse. Okay. 2-bedroom, 1.5 bathroom, 2 dining rooms, that type of shit.
For real?
Yeah, and I was up and I just couldn't sleep. So I was listening to some...
You remember the first poem you wrote?
Yeah, and you know what? I had a plaque for that shit and I can't find it.
But you remember it though?
I don't remember it by heart.
Because you know I'm about to tell you to spit that, right?
I mean, if anything, I do remember one verse I did, but it was more of a rap. I did that when I was struggling to get a job and shit like that. I do remember doing something like that.
Well,
that's just rap. That's another thing I used to do, but shit. For multiple reasons. I mean, I look at the rap game now. I kind of wish I did do the shit, man, because this shit out here
I'm telling you. Why, you don't like the music I hear now?
Nah, I don't like the music out here, man. I mean, and I'm not trying to be like.
Are you a big music fan? Like, or you just listen to music, you know what I mean? Like, you just listen to it like on your way to work or whatever.
Nah, I listen.
You got certain artists that you listen to, things like that?
I don't have certain artists. If I like the,
Are you more of a, I'm sorry, I keep cutting you off, pardon me.
Mm-hmm.
Let me just ask this question and then you just answer. Are you more of an R&B type of dude or are you more of a hip hop type of guy?
Neither. I'm all genres, man.
All genres?
Yeah, hip hop, rap, R&B, soul,
right.
Country if it sounds right.
Okay. Like me, diverse.
Yeah, pop, rock, and people make fun of country, but y'all need to know a lot of these rappers get their little beats and their rhythm off country music. If you pay attention, but y'all don't know that if you don't expand your music horizons.
That's true. Feel me? But if you had to pick 5 songs from 5 different genres right now, if you was on an island by yourself and those are the only 5 songs you could listen to, what songs would you pick? 5 different genres.
Okay, so.
Or just 5 different songs, period. It could be from all different genres.
Okay, let's see. There's Kid Rock, Shakedown.
Okay.
That's one.
Mm-hmm.
There's Tribe Called Quest, we got the jazz.
Okay. Damn, that's diverse already. I like this.
Phil,
I should have had my man Trey on this show, but yeah.
Phil Collins, True Colors.
Okay.
That's 3. Let's see. Belinda Carlisle, Mad About You.
Okay. Damn, son, this is nice. Yeah.
And let's see. It's this chick. Her name is actually it's a tie. It's Teeny, Born to Shine.
Okay.
And
so those gonna be your 5 that you gonna stay
right,
around
but it's between that one and I know I'm not supposed to put another one, but I like doing honorable mentions because I don't want to phase out ones I really like.
Mm-hmm.
And the other one is Lindsey Sterling, and she did I forgot the song she did, but it was based on that. It was based on a Disney movie.
Mm-hmm.
Allow me a minute to look it up, cause I know
this movie
song.
you talking about right here, kid?
Let's see where we at.
What's this? But nah, you named 5 nice different, you know what I mean? Different genres, yo.
Something Wild. That's what it is.
And who that by?
Lindsey Sterling. Something Wild.
Lindsey Sterling. Okay.
Like if you that's some.
So you threw a little hip hop in there, a little rock, a little pop. Feel me?
Yeah, and like I said,
I ain't hear no hip hop and R&B, but I mean it's still diverse.
Yeah, you heard Tribe Called Quest.
Yeah. That's hip hop all the way.
Yeah.
You feel me? Why did I even say that? But anyway, yeah.
But that's something wild. That's some beach type shit that we really pay attention to. It like a lot of people don't because they too into what's trending. Mm-hmm. And I got the same, man. Like
me too. I like what's trending and I like what's not trending at the same time. Like I'm very diverse with my music shit. A lot of people probably wouldn't even know that I like white people music. I mean, well, I shouldn't say white people music, but I like their music too. You know what I'm saying? There's certain songs that they got that I think is fire and all that too.
You know how you said like how I don't drink and smoke. Yeah. Well, I get that what it's saying. Like like when I was growing up, I dared to be different.
Right.
Now I'm a rarity because everything that people wanted me to do back then, I'm not doing it. They're doing it now, and I'm still not doing it.
Right.
For example, my boys when they was like 14, 15 years old, I could tell on y'all grown.
Right.
So. They
turn my sign on real quick.
Yeah.
Oh shit, my shit need to be charged, but it's
all
you know what I'm saying? Let's go ahead.
But they were smoking.
Hold on for a second.
Gotcha.
Heard right there. You feel what I'm saying? Smoking for you, brother. I grew up
something
like that
right.
too.
All right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Goddamn, your niggas heads, you know all that. But yeah, we back. Another episode of A Whole Lot of Nada, man. Y'all see what it is, man. Every episode, I'm going to have co-hosts with me, man. Because I can't talk this shit by myself. I'm telling you, son. So on the left of me, I got my BPE brother Bird, who I already was talking to. You already know what's up. But I had to bring my fucking passport bro in too.
Oh,
you feel me? So he could be part of this conversation and all that. My nigga, tell him your name and where you from, broski.
Yo, I'm from Brooklyn. My name is Roscoe.
Brooklyn!
Old man of the post office, you know how it is.
Old man Scully.
Yes.
My guys up,
man.
Man. I'm
here
glad
with my
you're
boy,
here, man. I
Trouble
appreciate
T-Roy.
y'all, man, for
Yes,
pulling
sir.
up, man, for real and all that,
Yes.
man. You know what?
Yes, word.
You already know, Bird.
Yes,
Man,
Birdie.
Skull,
Yeah,
Skull,
man.
Birdie.
All right, what's good?
Listen, yo, I figured I wanted to bring these two on the show because I swear to God, they got some interesting personalities, bro. You feel me? My man smokes, drinks, occasionally. My man don't smoke or drink at all. Feel me? On top of that, he's a savage. We meat eaters. This man don't eat no meat at all, son. He's straight vegan out this motherfucker, son. How you became vegan, bro? Before we get back into our conversation, I just need to ask him that real quick.
I want to know this
feel me?
too.
How did you get into veganism or whatever they call that shit? I'm talking hedonism or something. I'm a little tipsy right there.
No worries.
But how did you get into that shit, bro? Please explain that.
All right. I mean, like, it started off gradually. You know what I mean? Like, when I was in high school, you know, it shaped by the music we listened to. You know what I'm saying? The Brand New Beings, Poor Righteous Teachers, stuff like that. Jungle Brothers.
Okay.
All of that type of stuff got me on a different way to like start researching stuff. You know what I mean? It kind of started off with not eating pork.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So that was not eating pork
So you
for
don't eat
dumb
pork
long.
to this day?
To this day.
Nigga.
Dumb long. You know what I'm saying?
So how you feel about a nigga like me that eat all this meat and do all this shit like that, even though I'm your man and all that? You don't care about that shit, right?
Yo, man, know what it is? I don't want to be
I'm a
selfish.
savage, nigga.
No, I don't want to be selfish. I want y'all to have all the animals.
Right.
So I'm sacrificing myself. I'm sacrificing myself. I want my brothers to have that, yo. You know what I mean?
Okay.
You're lucky.
Word, man. You know, salute. Thank me, man. Y'all
Yeah,
welcome,
we
man.
are.
Y'all welcome. So
I'm
hard
gonna
with
tear
that.
some motherfucking chicken up. They gonna
Yeah,
tell y'all this
son.
right.
Extra chicken on me, B. You know what I'm saying? Word, yo.
Cause I ain't eat no tofu and all that other shit.
Nah,
so
man. Leave that for
sorry,
me,
bro.
man. Leave that for me, man. You know what I'm saying? For real.
What we was talking about before you came and shit like that, you know what I'm saying? I asked him if he was on an island and he had, well, basically what I asked him was, you know what I'm saying? Because I didn't know he was into music like that or whatever. So I asked him, like, you know what I'm saying, 5 different genres of music. I asked him about 5 songs that he could rock with on the island by himself from 5 different genres. And this is the 5 that he told me. Name your 5 again so he'd know what you was talking about.
Okay, that was Shakedown by Kid Rock.
Okay.
There was A Tribe Called Quest, We Got the Jazz.
Okay.
There was Phil Collins, True Colors.
Okay.
There was Teeny, Born to Shine.
Mm-hmm.
And I put honorable mention Lindsey Sterling, Something Wild.
Okay.
But I know I'm missing one, and that's how crazy the music industry is, man.
Right.
Because unless you got it on repeat, it's gonna get out your head, man.
Exactly.
Well, all them shits was diverse. Just
Yeah,
now.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
You said somebody else or whatever. I just can't remember who you said or whatever the case.
It'll come
But
in.
if I ask you the same question, what would be your 5 songs on the island by yourself right now? From whatever genre. You know?
Alright, I would go with Big Daddy Kane, Ain't No Half Stepping. To me, like, that's still timeless now. Like, the way he flows, how he used the words, breaking it down.
Right.
And if you listen to it, it's like it was basically like, when you listen to that song, you could see different genres out of it. Like the spelling, you know, all of that shit from like K-Solo, all that shit. So it's like an origin one that kind of spawned out and made a lot of type of ways to rhyme and stuff like that.
That's exactly why I wanted to have y'all niggas on this episode, because I know I was going to get a straight hip-hop answer when I asked this question to y'all, because both of y'all niggas are around the same age length, the age length or whatever the case, so I knew it was going to be a totally different, you know what I'm saying, lineup when it came to yours and it came to his type shit. But go ahead, finish the rest of yours.
Let's see.
Big Daddy Kane.
Yeah, we got Big Daddy Kane.
Okay. It could be from whatever genre. It could be R&B. First of all, are you a hip hop or R&B dude?
I'm more like a music dude.
Right. So
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It really don't really matter.
Gotcha.
You know what I
Not to
mean?
cut you off, but that's about the only time I do that. Mad About You, Belinda Carlisle. That was the other joint I had in my head.
Mad About You,
That was
Belinda
one.
Carlisle. You know who these artists are?
Some of them.
Got you.
Yeah. But most of the time, you know what I mean, growing up like in the 80s and all of that stuff, you hear the song. Because before all of this like mad hip hop and streaming and all of that, we just listened to whatever was playing. You know what I'm saying? And it was a lot of white music, a lot of rock, a lot of all of that.
I remember
and
the box, all that shit.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So it's just
box,
like,
all that shit. Feel me?
Let me ask you, did you, before you get to the rest, was that like based on the school you went to too? Because the school I went to, junior high school I went to, was 45 or White Castle, and they featured that type of music, but it was more freestyle and dances and stuff like that. When I was growing up, that was basically that Club Extremes up on Bedford Park and like what's that? The Tunnel. That was that type of music they listened to at that school. So that's why I based a lot of my music on.
Yeah. So I could say like, I mean, I think it was mostly like the block that I was on, most of it. And a lot of the cats, like my block, it wasn't that diverse, but a lot of them came from like the rock stage and stuff like that. So I think that's where it mostly came from. And mostly like the school, everyone was on the same type of program. It wasn't too many TV shows that you could watch. Like everybody was on like, you know, like that one stream of consciousness. So I think it was probably a mixture of both.
Yeah, because with me, I didn't go to the schools that people on my block went to. They went mainly to 137. I went to 45. High school, they mainly went to Roosevelt. I went to Dodge. So I wasn't really on where they was going. And I think my parents had something to do with that. You know, you hang out with these kids on the block, you're not going to hang out with them in school.
Exactly.
So it was me going out there, and that's what they featured in. I mean, they was doing their thing in high school with the rap, banging on the table and shit like that. But by the time they got that going, I was really into the rap by culture default. But all that shit I had in junior high school, that just added to my music and shit. So when I went to Florida and came back, in Florida, you know, that was Luke music, 94. So I was actually out there in 94.
You went to college in Florida?
No, I finished high school in Florida in 94.
And I know you also went to school out of town too. What school you went to?
I went to Virginia Union.
Exactly. You know my man Beefy Ty and all that. Shout to Ty. Shout out to Ty Marion, man. My guy Beefy and all that.
Words.
You know what I'm saying?
I went to Creek in high school, Spruce Creek High School. Man, if you think
that was in Florida,
if you think that Saved by the Bell shit is just a story, man, no it ain't, man. You go out there,
that shit was just like that.
Just like that.
It wasn't like Bel Air, huh?
Nah, it wasn't Bel Air, man.
Yo, you know what I asked this nigga earlier before you came? Why the fuck he got on the weed shirt? This nigga smokes no weed, bro.
That's what I was thinking about too. Yo.
No
weed,
he don't nothing. Like, he don't drink, do nothing. This is my man that I grew up with over here since I moved over here to this side of shit. Because I was asking him about the question about the day one shit. So he one of the dudes that I've known for at least 10, 15 years since I've been living over here, whatever. I've been living over here about 17 years now. You feel what I'm saying? So I knew him from probably about the 16th year that I've been living over here. You feel me? Like the second year I've been living over here, basically. I know he not a day one, so I told him like, yo, listen, I know you ain't day one, but you see my day two type shit. I look at it the same way. Anybody I knew over 10 years, I consider them a close friend or somebody that I know, somebody that I got love for. You feel what I'm saying? Even though I might have not known you over 10 years, we spend time out of work. You feel what I'm saying? We work at the job together. We work for post office, whatever. You know, that's my man. We done been on trips together type of shit. You know what I'm saying? We spend time out of work together. We spend time, period. You think what I'm saying? Pause on how I said that, but I consider you as one of my dudes, even though you ain't day one and shit. But what do you consider a day one?
I mean, when you look at it, it's a lot of criterias. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of different type of behaviors and stuff like that, because you could have known somebody for mad long, you know what I mean? But y'all don't chill together, y'all don't really have no stories, y'all don't really have no history, but you know them. Like, you know what I mean? In your history, you know him or whatever the case is, but y'all never really went nowhere. I need to get more. Hold on, let me get a I gotta get a sweat rag. Dying.
You need a rag?
Yes,
I got rags over there too, so I give you a whole towel.
So you already know.
You feel me?
Yeah,
some lights has got him,
yeah, that light ain't no joke. That shit rotisserie,
yeah. I call that shit the pastor rag. That's the rag where they preach it.
Yeah. You need this.
Yeah. That's why they need that, but go ahead, continue.
So, you know what I mean? Like, so day ones could be people that you known for a mad long. A lot of times, people could be day ones because of certain things, like certain situations that you went through. You know what I'm saying? Like, motherfucker saved your life. You know what I mean? You kind of put him in the, you know what I mean? You could kind of put him somewhere in that type of category. But I think it's basically about it. But when you say day ones, it's about people you've been around with who's lasted the test of time.
That's how I feel.
You know what I'm saying? Basically,
whether you
know
was
what I
there
mean?
from the beginning when I started, or whether you here now type of shit. That's how I feel about it. You know what I'm saying? So I consider all the people that I bring on this show as like my closest friends. Some of my day ones. They might not be my day ones, but you damn sure my day too. You know what I'm saying? Anybody I bring on here, like I said, this is for us. You know what I'm saying? It ain't just me doing this shit. I started this shit so we could all have a platform to talk on and talk our shit about whatever we want to talk about. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So
Yeah.
that's why I started this shit anyway. But yeah, you ain't finished your 5 though.
Oh, all right.
You
So
said Big Daddy Kane.
I got Big Daddy
know
Kane.
your other 4. Feel me? Because his shit was diverse.
Yeah.
I like this shit. You know
That shit was
You
dope.
got a
That
nice
shit's dope.
diversity over there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Where you know all that.
So I would go with the next one. I'd say I gotta go with rap again. I'm gonna get a little diverse because he threw me off. I'm thinking straight hip hop. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is. You know what I mean?
said
But
all genres, whatever
yeah,
5
yeah,
songs
yeah,
that you
yeah,
want to
yeah,
take with
yeah.
you on that island. You feel me? That's the songs that you want to rock with. Feel me? So you said Big Daddy Kane is gonna be one.
All right. I'd say check out My Melody
Okay.
by Eric B. Rakim.
Okay.
You know what I mean? That's kind of dope. You know what I mean? Constant Elevation. That shit is fire. Causing
Okay.
Expansion. That's my shit. So I got that. I got yeah, it's probably all gonna be rap. I'll think of some other stuff now.
It's probably all gonna be rap.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
I got Jay-Z. I'm trying to think of which song. There's mad songs, so. But I ain't gonna hold you, man. That 444, I really like that song. You know what I'm saying?
The song,
The song, yeah, that shit is
fire.
fire though. The lyrics he was talking about, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because you don't really see people being that.
Legacy.
Yeah, you don't see people being that vulnerable. You know what I'm
Right,
saying, and
right.
stuff like that. So I think that was a cool song. I used to listen to that a lot. That's 3. Black Moon, Killing Every Nigga in Sight. I like that shit. That
Yeah,
shit
you
was
mentioned
fire.
that the
That's
other
one of
day
my
too,
favorite
yeah.
songs. That one
Okay.
there. And
You put that on repeat every day.
yeah. What else? The 5th one. Let's see. The 5th one would probably be The Stakes Are High by De La Soul.
Okay.
That's my shit, yo. That's one of my favorite songs. Posthumous is like my favorite MC. So
You know what I was thinking about? I don't know why I just thought about this shit when you said that. It ain't all good.
yeah. Yo, they had
That's
a
the
run,
truth.
bro.
Remember that
With
song?
Shaka Khan.
Yeah, man.
They had
Yeah,
a
that was
run,
De La
bro.
Soul, right?
Yeah, De La Soul.
Yeah, son, I'm tripping over here. So I don't
Yeah,
know why
son.
I thought about that shit just now when you was actually talking. But the same question I asked him earlier, whatever, we're going to be back to you, bro, because I got some other shit to ask you. But one question that I always want to ask you, too. What's your nationality, bro?
Black American.
I thought you was like Caribbean for some reason.
Nah. My block is
like
funny.
Trinity or something.
Nah,
I
my block.
don't know why. Son.
My block, it was like maybe like 3 or 4 Americans,
Right.
but everybody else was from Trinidad,
Right.
you know what I mean, and stuff like that. I'm like the Yankee boy type shit, you know what I mean? So
Right.
everybody's from like Trinity, all West Indian people over around my way.
That's fire though. But listen, he was telling us what he do earlier. Tell him again what you do. You know what I'm saying? Because he wasn't here earlier when we
Yeah, I
talked
do.
about
I do counter sales at a plumbing warehouse.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But this place is unique now because I'm not just like we sell a plumbing material, the stuff that's in the walls, the stuff that's for the heating and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
We sell limited bathroom stuff, but Ferguson, that's
You do plumbing and all that?
Do a little plumbing,
Okay.
but
You got a
Ferguson,
license for that and shit like that?
you gotta have a license if you want to get paid
Certification,
legit.
shit
Yeah,
like that. Yeah.
that's where the 35, 40 an hour starts. You
Got
know
you.
what I'm saying?
You've been doing that shit for a minute, son.
Yeah, but I'm at
since
the
I
counter.
know you, nigga.
Yeah, like I said, like almost 14, 15 years before I met you, I was in the business. I wasn't with this company, but I was with somebody else.
That's fire.
But like this place, they sell pretty much everything.
Mm-hmm.
So it paid off for me because I went from a company that was only like 2-3 stores deep
Yeah.
to a company that's buying everybody.
Okay.
They're buying everybody. So I went to a buyer's company,
Right.
which is good for me because no matter what, I keep my position now. From the counter to the shop steward to all that, I keep that because they're not gonna sell. They don't bought since I've been there. They bought 2 big companies, big ones that was never gonna sell. They bought 2, so I know that company ain't going anywhere.
Yeah. That's dope.
Tell him what you do since he don't know what you do or whatever the case.
We just carry letters, man, and packages, man. You know what I mean? Across America, B. We deliver for you, B. That's it, man.
Yo.
Nothing crazy.
Question though.
Mm-hmm.
When you was growing up, did you think you was gonna be a postman?
Nah.
Did you think you was gonna do anything with the post office? Period, son.
I'm not gonna lie though. Like,
What did you think you was gonna be growing up, basically?
That's a good question. That's a good question.
Like when they ask you in school, Roscoe, what do you want to be when you grow up?
I think when I was younger, it was probably like something like law enforcement, some type of cop or something like that. But then the older I get, word, something like in the army or something, you know what I mean? Something like
what
that.
What did you want to be when you was growing up, bro?
There's a couple of things, because one,
Only could be one
of course,
thing,
basketball
like-
player, but you know that was outside. I think every person in the
Who
hood
wasn't good enough to be in the NBA though.
Yeah, you want to prove me wrong with that?
Ah!
But
I'm taking all 1-on-ones this summer too, nigga. You know I play, son.
yo, this
Corbin, I'm gonna bust your ass, nigga, when you come back to the job, son. I ain't
Yo,
forget, son. That's my guy, though.
Shit.
Go ahead,
Shout out
man.
to Corbin.
shit,
Word
by
of
the
mouth.
time the summer come, I'll be 49. I'm gonna still take on 1-on-ones.
That's what I'm talking about, son.
But in all honesty,
Still out here doing it, my
but we
guy.
spoke about it earlier,
Yeah.
man. The poetry thing.
Mm-hmm.
I thought if nothing else, I'd at least be a ghostwriter.
Right.
Where I could just write, let y'all do your thing. I just be behind the scenes.
Right.
Yeah, I did.
But yeah, he do
Yeah, I did
poetry
that,
and shit
yeah,
on the
yeah.
side, but his thing is cooking too. You know what I'm saying? Are you into cooking, even though you a vegan?
Yeah. At one point,
What's
before,
your favorite thing to eat as a vegan?
Probably oyster mushrooms.
Oyster mushroom.
Yeah. You could fry them up. It's basically like if the way you bread it, fried up,
Yeah.
is like chicken. You know what I mean? A chicken consistency, like you know what I mean?
Right,
How it
right.
tastes and stuff like
It
that.
tastes like chicken. type shit, whatever.
Yeah. So
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Are you compelled to cook more by being a vegan, seeing that you can't trust everything that everybody grows is out there?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
that's like, I gotta cook. As long as
That's a
you're a
good-ass
vegan and be
question.
healthy, I may as well do it myself.
yeah. But I mean, I like right now, like I'm like in my 8th year being plant-based. You know what I mean? So everything was just mad stages. Like when I first started, I was cooking mad things, all of that shit, all the time. I still cook, you know what I mean? I still have a passion to do cooking and stuff like that. But, you know, with the job sometimes, you know what I mean? The time management is an issue, stuff like that, where you don't get home quick enough or whatever. So,
Yeah, with the
Stuff
shit
like
that
that.
we be doing, I know you be tired by the time
Yeah,
you
yeah,
get home.
yeah.
You know, I
And
nigga
some
driving all the way to BK. Bro.
Right, and some people say there's a difference between vegetarian and vegan. Is there actually a difference?
yeah, it is a difference.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, that's a good question because I never knew that.
Yeah.
The vegetarians will have stuff like the basically way to say it is vegan is completely 100% plant-based, where they don't get any of their products that they cook with, drink, whatever, from animals.
Okay.
You know what I mean? But sometimes, like with the vegetarian part, they might have a little milk or something like that. You know what I'm saying? And it's like different degrees of what a vegan is. Some people who are like, different degrees of like vegetarianism.
Right.
Like some might have eat cheese, some don't. Back in the days before they had all of these like pescatarians, now they got so many different genres. Basically, the vegetarians were people who don't eat animals itself, like a ham sandwich, you know, but they might have cheese, you know what I'm saying, or milk or whatever, but they wouldn't eat the exact animal itself.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
You ever see a nigga eating a sandwich and want to slap the shit out of his hand real quick?
Nah, man, it's like
What the fuck is that you
Yo.
eating, bro? You know you're supposed to be eating that shit.
everybody gotta, you know what I
Yeah.
mean, what it is. Like getting back to like when you were saying like what really made me decide to be be plant-based. I saw this it was a documentary by old boy who played the Joker.
Keith Ledger?
The new Joker dude, Phoenix.
Oh, bro.
Joaquin, or whatever.
Joaquin Phoenix?
Yeah.
Phoenix, yeah.
He's got a documentary he did that was called Earthlings. Right, and in the they were going through how animals are being treated, stuff like that, or whatever. But the gist of it, what resonated with me was when he said, everybody who's on the planet is an Earthling, if you're on the Earth. You know what I mean? So then at that point, with my mind, the way it triggered me was like, damn. So if that's the case, then we all won.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So then it's just like I feel like that's like a person. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? And when I got triggered like that, maybe because I was blazing.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? But I got really into them. You know what I mean? Into it. And you see them.
Nah, but when you high, you start.
You know what I'm
look at shit
saying? And then
focus
you
a
like,
little
damn,
bit
yo,
more.
that's a fucking body part. Yo, that's
Yeah.
an arm, my nigga. Like that shit started fucking with me, B. Like,
Right.
so you know what I mean? That's what kind of really started to get me off of
You in the
like,
movies and shit
stuff.
like that too?
Pretty much into movies. I'm more like 80s. Just like music, 80s, 90s, early 2000s. a lot of these things are remakes. I'm not into the remakes, but there's
conspiracy theories or that type of shit. You into
well,
that?
I'm into conspiracy theories. So I'm not a believer in it,
Mm-hmm.
but their point of view does get my curiosity.
All right,
So
I got a question for both of y'all. You believe in ghosts? Either one of y'all?
Well,
not in the how they say ghost.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I believe in residual energy,
Mm-hmm.
lingering energy. You know what I'm saying? Like, because they say energy can't be created or destroyed.
Mm-hmm.
So it's something is always going to be here in some type of shape or form or whatever the case is. So
I mean, not in the physical, but
yeah,
in
but
the spirit
and that's still energy itself. Like these
Yeah.
molecules are still energy. So
Mhm.
if something was here at one time
right.
and it's not here, like the physical part of it is not here,
Mhm.
I think there's a residual of energy that's still here before it dissipates.
like the spiritual part of it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Because I never had it word like with residual energy.
Mhm.
Like I don't believe in the ghost itself, but there are things that's moving that we see that ain't there for a reason.
Exactly.
But I never looked at it like that. I never had it worded that way.
Mhm.
I just called it spirits, but residual energy, that is a pretty, another way to look
Yeah,
at it.
yeah,
And
yeah.
that could be more likely what it is than the spirit itself. Because even the spirits can leave, but
Exactly.
the energy can't.
Exactly. Yeah,
Mm.
yeah.
That's some deep ass shit right there. But I got another question too, right? Did you vote this year?
I voted this year.
Did you vote this year?
Nah, I didn't vote this year.
Who did you vote for?
I
If
voted
you
for a
mind me
random
asking.
name.
So you're not gonna say who?
No, it was a random name. I just put a name on there because if you look at the if y'all paid attention to
Mhm.
the voting things,
Mhm.
you had Harris, you had Trump, you had this person, and you had a blank space to the far right
Right.
where you could just fill in a name. And I just filled in a name. I could have put like a John Smith, for example, but I did it just because it was my right to vote. And if somebody said you voted for, I could say either or, and I have a say. And contrary to what people, I don't believe in the voting system. I stopped believing in the voting system in 2000 after what they did in Florida. I stopped believing in it.
Mhm.
And if y'all notice, y'all been around long enough, that commercial, every vote counts. You notice after that, they stopped running that commercial.
Mhm.
They don't run it anymore. So I just did it just to have a say and to tell other people, vote. Maybe it's the Lord to make a vote to make it matter, even though it may not. Because if you don't vote, all due respect, I don't want to hear what you got to say as far as politics because you had an opportunity to say something.
Mhm.
And I mean, I'm not going to disrespect. I'm not going to disrespect your view. I'm just going to say your opportunity was there. And I think what happens with people when they vote is that they have a fear that their candidate is going to lose.
Okay.
So listen, wow, for example, Kamala Harris, damn, she's down like, Trump. Trump only has like 9 electoral votes to go.
Mhm.
No need to vote for Harris. No need to vote at all. That's how people see the voting system these days.
Mhm. And those are the two of the lesser evils and shit. So you ain't want to vote for either one of them.
No, I didn't.
Right.
I didn't. And I think what people don't realize, I think they give Trump too much credit. And I may sound like a Trump hater, but before y'all call me that, I want y'all to think about this.
Right.
Trump ran on Obama's economy.
Mhm.
People try to credit Trump for a lot of things. Trump didn't just come in and just have the economy the way it was then.
Right.
If anything, we was close to a recession when the second Bush was in office.
Okay.
Obama came in, we got completely out of it.
Right.
Bush ran on that. Biden ran on Trump's economy.
Mm.
But they're blaming Obama for the economy. You're not going to fix anything in 4 years. Some things don't get fixed in 8.
Mm.
But the purpose of a presidency, what people don't realize is that they may not solve the problem, but the purpose is to leave the country better when you leave it
Right.
than it was when you got there. And a lot of people don't see that. They just look at who's there and place the blame for it, as opposed to looking at the previous regime and saying this happened because of this or that happened because of that.
Got you. So why didn't you vote this year?
I don't particularly vote.
Mhm.
I think
Yeah.
I'm jaded. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, like,
You
it
feel
just.
like how I feel? Your
Mhm.
voting gonna count either way, you know what I'm saying?
It's kind of
that's how I
similar.
feel,
It's similar
honestly,
to
you know
that.
what I'm saying?
Similar to
I
that.
understand it's about, you know what I mean, doing what my ancestors couldn't do, whatever the case may be, and I have that right to vote or whatever the case, and I get that, you know what I'm saying? I get that 100%. But my thing is like, I'm not gonna put myself in a position to vote for somebody that I wanted to win, and then they elect who they want to elect. They elect who they want to win anyway. So what was the fucking purpose of my vote? You get me?
And that goes back to 2000, because there's no way in the world you lose anywhere between 1 million and 10 million votes in a state, which was run, by the way, his brother.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't lose that many votes like that. Because I guarantee you, if the roles were reversed, and let's say who was it? It was Gore. That was it. Let's say Gore was up ahead and Bush was losing. I guarantee you those 10 votes that Jeb Bush, the governor, had lost in there. I guarantee you they'd be found.
Right.
Just to put his brother into the presidency.
So you ain't vote because you just didn't want to.
Nah, I mean, I'm jaded, bro. Like, I've been on this planet for 50 years, man. And
Damn.
yeah,
Nah, I'm just
I
kidding,
know
I'm
that's
just
that
kidding.
word.
Listen, man. Hold on. Wait. Hold on.
I was
Hold
messing
on.
with
Yeah,
you,
because that's not funny.
My son is 49.
I'm almost there, man. That's not funny.
Yeah.
Yo, man, that's why I want to
there,
bring
man.
out the show because this is diversity right here, man. Y'all been on this earth a lot of years, bro.
Yeah,
This is
man.
a whole lot of experience. I think that's exactly what I'm gonna name this episode, son. A whole lot of experience right here between the two of y'all, man. And that's why I got you on because I need y'all to drop these jewels, man. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
But anyway, go ahead,
Yeah,
continue,
so,
bro.
I mean, I'm not. It's just like how cats like nowadays they'll look and they'll see like police brutality and they'll see stuff like that and they act like they just got on this planet.
Right.
Like ever since I've been born, I've been seeing the conditions and the treatment
of all the
of
shit
people.
that's going on,
and
right?
I'm a product of a person who's the hope is probably done.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Where I'm just right now, I'm just trying to, get myself together or whatever the case
You're
is
trying
and
to
stuff
survive.
like that.
Yeah,
But
that's it.
I don't see anything really changing. That's why I'm saying I'm jaded.
Right.
Like everybody, when they saw, Camilla had a chance and all of that stuff, and then the shock that people have. And honestly, I don't like how it divides everybody. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
my
I don't
thing.
like the ill will. I don't like the mistreatment. I don't like seeing on Facebook cats is like, oh, I gotta delete all of these Trump people and I gotta all that shit. Yo, it really bothers me, bro. It's just like it's causing more damage than anything. You know what I mean? So
Too much.
And I think this is where we got a long way to go. And Joe, not just us. I think we know better. We haven't said it yet, but I think the main problem is when it comes to electoral process, we're voting at the wrong time and blaming the wrong people because it's not the presidency. Like if you don't we have senators and reps and councils, and in the case of New York Borough President, we got them for a reason. So if we don't complain to them, they're not going to do their job. If we don't say, listen, we got a problem at this park, they're not going to go to their governor or wherever they got to go. And the other problem is the hood. I keep telling people, you got to take care of the hood. We're not going to put nets in the park on Wednesday and it be taken down by Wednesday night. That's a waste of money. But people don't realize that. We're not going to build a park here if all they're going to do is do drugs and prostitution and just damage the park where kids can't play safely. Right. They're not going to waste their money in a neighborhood that's not going to take care of itself. That's the problem. And we're blaming presidents, but we should be blaming borough presidents, mayors, governors, senators, whoever represents
parents,
parents especially.
Everybody should be held accountable.
Right? I had a conversation with a daughter about that too, about the parent stuff like that. That it's the parents, whatever, but the parents also got to know it's not just you watching your kids, the streets watching these kids too. And what happens is you got parents, today's parents, especially sons, unfortunately, you got these sons doing everything from gangbang to subway surfing. And what do you hear the mother always say? You almost always hear the mother say, my son's not like that. And that's the mistake. My son doesn't do wrong. You don't hold the kids are not being held accountable. That's what's going on.
Because they act one way around the parents than they do outside in the street.
Right.
You're not going to act like a savage around your moms how you do out in the street.
And they need to know we're not around.
You know
Parents are not
so
around.
of course your moms is going to say that when something happens to you.
Right.
You feel me? Because that's all she know. You don't act like that around her. You feel what I'm saying?
I was 6, 7, 8 years old, going to school with a bunch of other kids, no adults. You know why? Because the whole neighborhood watched us. The whole neighborhood said we go to school and we go home. If we were going our way to
lady
school,
down the block whipped your ass if your mom wasn't around and all that type
either
of
that
shit.
or she told on you.
Or she told on your ass. Yep, you got in trouble. Yep.
And that's what they now. Granted, abuse has gone out of hand with people touching their kids. Some people don't like.
Some of these kids is bigger than their parents. Their parents ain't touching them.
Yeah, but some people
beating their parents up.
But some parents don't like other people touching their kids.
Right.
I get that.
That's
but
a fact.
You know what though? But see, I'm not saying it's part of the problem. What I'm saying is
that's why I never wanted to be no step pops.
Yeah, if you put a
I ain't gonna lie to y'all, bro.
If you put a boot to his or her ass, maybe they'll reconsider.
Let me ask you a question, bro. Are you having any more kids? Same question for you.
I don't think I am at this point. I think I'm good where I'm at right now.
Are you gonna have any more kids?
I don't see any in my near future.
You don't think so?
Nah.
How many? I mean, up to what age can we have kids though?
I don't even know, man.
So about
Well, you know me, I'm
75
plant-based,
shit.
man. I could probably have kids, so I'm 100, nigga.
Yeah.
So, you know what I mean?
Your next
I ain't worried
kid
about
gonna
that,
be
my
a tree,
nigga.
nigga.
No interference.
I ain't worried
No
about that, my
interference.
nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So,
no interference.
This nigga next kid gonna be a tree.
Word.
He have a tree. Her name gonna be
Word,
Trisha.
son.
Yeah, but real quick,
Yeah,
before I
yeah.
forget, it was like we were going to school by ourselves, and what the thing is, if we go to school and there's a store in the direction, we couldn't go in that store. Straight to school, straight home. We went in that store, the freaking store clerk turned on you. Listen, your son's supposed to be in school, he was in here. And you're going to get 2 questions. Where'd you get the money from? And why you didn't take your ass to school? And no matter what we said, we got our ass whooped because go to school, go home. That's what you're supposed to do. It's not a lot of parenting because you got too many kids out here too eager to be parents, not knowing what comes behind it. Okay, I'm gonna have a kid, and I'm gonna let my kid's grandmother take care of it because a lot of these single parents, if you think about it, it's the grandmother raising the kid more than the parent themselves.
Well, that's true. All right, so I got a question.
What's up?
When it comes to parenting, y'all seen my last episode with my man Trey and son?
I didn't see that one yet. No.
All right, you need to see that episode.
Yeah, I
you
saw
seen
it.
that episode. As far as parenting go, how do you think? I mean, what did you think of that episode and how their relationship was?
I mean, from what I could see, you know what I mean, and it's just like a clip, you know what I mean, a screenshot. It's not like, you know, the whole lineage
I feel like
and
it's a
stuff like
mutual
that.
understanding. You know,
You
what
know
I'm
what I
saying?
mean?
They both grown.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
yeah. So I mean, and that's the thing because
So they both can feel how
when
they
you
feel.
get that age, once you know, after a certain age with your kids, they're not really, you can't really look at them as your kids no more. Like, you know what I mean? When they're like 26 or whatever the case is, it's just like older brother, younger brother status almost.
That's
you know what I'm
crazy,
saying?
though.
And that's
I
kind of like
get
how
that.
it
That's
looked. You know what I
crazy.
mean?
Right,
So it'd be
right,
like
right.
that. But then there's other people, like back in the days, real strict parents that they still have it no matter how old it is. It's
Right,
always
right.
still that. You know what I mean?
Right.
So like age difference plays a part into it. How old you are from your son, stuff like that. Do y'all like the same stuff?
Right.
So all of that, and they seem like they like the same stuff. Like they
Right,
really, you know what I mean?
They
So-
seem like to me, cause I know, you know what I mean. I know my man Trey and I know Lil Trey. You feel what I'm saying? They seem to me like they got their differences, but they still respect each other.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Even though they was going back and forth and shit like that, I kept it the way it was because I felt like, you know what I'm saying? That's his opinion and that's his opinion. You know what I'm saying? It's 2 different opinions, it's 2 different eras, so it is what it is. You feel what I'm saying? You didn't see the episode
No,
yet,
but
so you really can't.
I haven't.
you know
No,
what
but I can say right there, based on what you're saying right there, what I can say is that's a classic example of why a boy needs a man, a father figure to be in his life.
Right.
I mean, yeah, single mothers ain't putting it down on y'all, but no matter what, you can't teach a boy how to be a man. A lot of women don't want to hear that, but that's the truth. And just based on what you said on how they was growing, that's just an example of what happens when you have an actual man in a life as opposed to a woman playing a part. If the father don't want to be there, that's one thing. I get it, whatever. But if the opportunity is for the father to be there, don't take that chance away from you.
Yeah,
Because that's your way
respect
to
that,
man right
especially
there.
if
Exactly.
that's the nigga that was there for you and all that. You feel me?
Especially if
So I
that's
get
who you
that
chose.
part.
Especially if that's who you chose to sleep with. You got to remember that.
Yeah. So let me ask you a question then. With that being said, would you ever have a daughter?
Yeah, I would. If I wouldn't mind having one. I got 2 sons, but if that would have happened, I wouldn't have no problem with that.
I mean, we're hypothetically speaking, if somebody was to say, Roscoe, I miss my period. And
Pew, nah.
Yo,
Look over there. I'm like, yo, what that is? You know what I'm saying? What that over there?
see,
Yeah,
you do some shit like
it's a fuel.
you do some shit like that. They probably grab the
hilarious.
back of your shirt before you take off. Like, we I said I missed my period.
So let me ask you another question, right? Did you ever think about having a son? Because I know you got a stepdaughter.
I never thought about having a son. Like I whatever kid I would have there, it would be what it
So it
is.
don't matter.
I don't have a preference as far as son and daughter.
Would you want to have another kid though?
Yeah.
At this age, put it like that.
Would I want to?
Yeah.
I wouldn't say I want to, you know. But if it did, I'm not gonna sit there and be like, damn, because obviously I know why my woman got pregnant if it happened. So
Right.
if I didn't want to have a kid, I would take steps to make sure that didn't happen. It's that simple.
Got you. Okay.
And
you know, the type of women I deal with, they dead inside anyway.
I hope they don't see this shit.
I don't really have to worry about that shit because I'm gonna get drunk for that one.
Yeah, you right.
But I'm just saying, man.
They
like,
dead inside.
Yeah,
So let me ask you a question, right?
Cemetery
What's your
life,
sign? What's your sign?
Aquarius.
All right, what's your sign?
Sagittarius.
Aquarius and Sagittarius. What sign is off limits for you, and what sign is off limits for you? Or do you even go by signs? You feel me? Like, say for instance, if you were single, whatever, like we talking hypothetically, if you on some single shit and you dating, you out here in the street, and you Aquarius and he's a Sagittarius, and you looking and y'all on some dating shit, and you like, I'm not dating this particular sign. What
Aries.
sign is off limits for you? And what sign is
I think
Aries?
Aries.
What's wrong with Aries though?
Kind of warlike sometimes. I just don't
Right.
gel properly with them. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? But Aquarius is kind of gel with everybody. But it's just like I would have to tolerate the Aries more. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes
Aries
it's just not
is
even
my
worth it.
brothers are Aries and shit.
Yeah, sometimes it's just not worth it. You know what I mean?
That's
Well,
it.
It's still cool.
Because my fiance, she's an Aries.
Mm-hmm.
I don't go by signs.
Me neither.
But if you want,
I go by the person.
right. But if you do want me to name a sign that scared me off, it's Capricorn.
Capricorn?
They
Why they
see-
scared you off though?
Cause I dealt with one. Simple. I dealt with for a while
January, right?
too. No, December.
Or December.
So-
No, Capricorns are what?
They're
January?
December, January.
Yeah. That's funny.
Capricorns and no Aries for you.
And I'm with a Capricorn, so that's what I'm laughing at now.
Wow, no. Oh, shit.
That's crazy.
He with a Capricorn, can't do the Aries. I'm with the Aries, can't do the Capricorn.
Yeah,
Go figure.
Yeah, that's wild. That's wild.
Yeah, that's crazy right there.
And you're
That's
Aquarius.
crazy.
Yeah,
And we're right,
Yeah.
pretty much right there.
Sagittarius
Yeah,
is December, right?
November, December.
yeah,
No, November, December. Yeah.
Yep.
Yo, I
Most
got
of
a
my
question
best
for
friends
y'all.
are Sagittarius. That's what's wild. That shit is a wild.
I'm a Virgo though, you know what I'm saying? I think I get along with everybody and shit, but you know what they say about Virgos. They always got some shit to say about Virgos, nigga. We the craziest niggas out.
I'm gonna tell you something about.
according to America. and
I'm gonna
shit.
tell you something about Virgos because I'm not big on zodiac signs or anything like that.
Yeah.
But I work with I work with a couple of Virgos. I mean Virgos. You know what I mean.
Trying to play me, nigga. Trying to call me a virgin.
I forgot you was on that quick. But man, I tell you, man, they jumped like two link chains together, man. I was like, damn. And I think they're September Virgos too.
That's me.
They just link.
Big Virgo, baby. September 15th.
Everything was in unison with those two, man. You'd have thought they bunked together.
That's crazy.
Real.
You know what I'm saying? But that's the funny shit. I get along with everybody. You know what I'm saying? I just don't like motherfuckers that don't like me and motherfuckers that get on my nerves.
I think I like that
That's me
too.
too. Yeah, that's my motto.
It
Yeah.
ain't like I don't like people and shit like that. I just don't like motherfuckers that don't like me. Why would I like you if you don't like me?
Yeah, and I got a
Feel me?
big,
That don't make no sense.
and I got a big tolerance for friendliness and stuff like that. But when I cut that shit off, good luck getting it back. Cause
Yeah, I'm like that too.
Nah, that's one thing, son. You piss me off and shit forever. I think about that shit all the time and all that shit is a Virgo. That's one thing about it. I ain't gonna lie.
goes in the jar, right?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers will hold that shit in forever. So you be like, fuck this thing forever. You know what I mean? I don't mean to, but I can't help it, bro. I'm just taking another drink and shit. But anyway, right? Yo, the other day, I seen some shit on YouTube. Well, actually, I seen some shit on the news. I was watching it when I was getting a pizza in the pizza shop and shit. The dude that shot the CEO of United Health, right? My question to y'all is, why did he shoot the nigga from United Health? Why couldn't it have been any other CEO of any other medical shit? You understand what I'm saying? What was so particular about him shooting the nigga from United Health? You know what I'm saying? And what do you feel about that? Like, you know what I'm saying? What do y'all think about the fact that the dude got assassinated basically on some healthcare shit and all that? You know what I'm saying?
It goes to seem like to me, it looks like, what was he about to reveal? Was he about to say anything? Was he about to drop dime or something like that?
But who was the
where he
nigga
had to
that
go?
shot him? Like,
He had to be
do
paid.
he know him? Like,
no, but he was paid.
Okay.
You know what I mean? The way it's looking like he was paid to be like, yo, handle this problem real quick.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
He about to say something or drop a dime. You know what I mean? Because
he caught him on his way to go talk about something.
Yeah, that's what
it
it looked like. It was something.
No, that's
like
what he was. He was on his way
right.
to speak at a meeting type
Right.
shit. That's what it said. You know what I'm saying?
Remember the movie Scarface when he was supposed to blow up the guy's the thing under the car and he didn't
Yeah.
blow it up?
Yeah.
And he was supposed to deliver a message
Yeah.
and that message was not supposed to be delivered.
Right.
I was gonna say I thought it was a hit. Because because you're going for that particular person for a reason. You don't just go randomly shooting CEOs.
Word.
It's always bigger than the crime itself. So it had to be, like you say, you may probably about to reveal something. And you know, I don't want to put any lot of emphasis on Trump, but I find it ironic that, you know, as a president, you're supposed to get your cabinets. But when it comes to the health department of it, it's a whole lot of shuffling going on with that. A whole lot. So for him to get off like that, and for the person to get away, I mean, I don't know if he got caught. I think he did.
I think he's still out.
He's still out?
Yeah.
So you did that and left
this. Going to the Port Authority, he went inside the building, but they didn't see him come out. So
and left the state.
Got on one of the buses.
And left the state. So to do that,
yeah.
Not only do I think it's a hit, somebody shielded him to get out of it. He may eventually get caught. I think things like that, I think that they're just letting them ride out because they catch him. And I think they're just thinking about the potential penalty they want to give him. And that's you mentioned about how the system is about police brutality and stuff like that. And I see things like that, and I say the longer it goes, look at the guy Daniel Penny, the one who choked out the homeless dude, Jordan Hill. Think about that.
Oh yeah.
I forgot
about this dude.
I'm thinking
he need to go to jail for.
He should. I'm thinking like, cause you a Marine, you know what they say, choke them till they shit, some shit like that. That's a
See, I didn't even know that. You
yeah.
just put me on. Every day I learn something new fucking with y'all.
That's an armed forces thing they said. Yeah, so I'm thinking like he's out there. I'm thinking the longer it went, they're trying to find a way to find him innocent, to find a way to. They couldn't find him innocent, but they couldn't find him guilty either. Hung jury. I think they just prepare themselves because, you know, every time there's a court case with police brutality on a victim, there's always armed security or armed police prepared. Just in case they're not guilty. So when you see the armed forces, that means they're about to get this guy not guilty. And the reason why it goes so long is because they're preparing for what could be a potential right, because they know clear as day. How do you find somebody innocent and it's on camera clear as day when they commit that act? Come on.
Right. Before I finish asking y'all these questions, not to cut you off, I got some gifts for y'all I want to display. You know what I'm saying?
All right, that's what's up. That's what's up.
Appreciate y'all coming on the spot. You know what I mean? Check this out, man. Roscoe, I don't know what size you is, we're gonna figure it out. I think you like a large or something like that, right?
Yeah.
I got something for you right there. You know what I'm saying?
Son.
Thanks for pulling up to the show.
Appreciate
Whole lot of
it.
nada, you know what I'm saying? Got you a nice
fire.
little sweatshirt.
Yo, this is hot. Yep.
See what's going on, man. Whole lot of data, man. Make sure my niggas get some merch when they pull up to the spot. And
Got to. Appreciate that. Yes, sir.
Appreciate you, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
For pulling up to the spot, man. Birdie, got you a nice little jersey.
I got the jersey. I love this shit, yo.
Bro, you know what I'm saying? I appreciate y'all for pulling up to the spot, man. For real, man. I know you wanted the hat and all that. I'll get you a hat on the next one.
Nah, with the baseball jersey, I love this shit. And it got some weight to it.
Yeah, it's a 2X, you know what I'm saying? So it should fit you and all that. You know what I'm saying? You can wear that shit with a nice little long sleeve under there and all that.
That's part of my plan.
You want a jersey, I'll put you on the next one, shit, but you should be good with that.
Yeah, this is fire, yo.
Yeah, man. Y'all make sure y'all go to Custom T-Roy on the gram. You know what I'm saying? I don't got none of this merch on there yet, though, and all that, but I just put it on the show for my guys and shit.
Right.
Got merch coming and all that. But, you know, back to these questions and shit like that. I want to know, what do you typically do on your days off when you ain't working? And what do you do on your days off when you're not working? You know what I mean?
Well, shit. Eat, ball, sleep. That's pretty much it.
Yeah, that's why I'm gonna be balling like a motherfucker.
I mean, when I do have the time to write, I just got back to it because I'm back on my poetry shit right now. I just created a page about a week ago, or no, 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, because I remember you was telling me about.
Yeah, I just did a page.
So a page and all that. You know,
so I'm just trying to.
Started it.
Yeah, I started. I got.
What's the name of the page? And so we
it's
can
called.
and all that. Let everybody know.
The page is called Birds Poetic Flow.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's flow. That's FLO.
Okay, cool. I gotta go on there, shit, so I can subscribe and all that. You know what I'm saying? Show you some love, like how you show me love and all that.
So far, I got 3 poems on there already. So.
For real?
Yeah.
That you actually sitting in front of the camera and you saying the actual poems? And
Well, I'm
shit
not saying that. I'm just writing it. I just type it.
What you give us 8 balls right now, me and my man Skull. What you got for us?
Okay.
Off the top, freestyle.
I don't do that anymore, but I can give you some old shit. Like,
Go ahead, let me see. You don't have to be the whole shit. Just give us a few balls type shit. Of what you working with.
Here we go. I used to quench my thirst drinking 50-cent bus offs. Now I sipping expensive drinks and everybody wants some. War hand-me-downs, but I had no shame. Couldn't get a job, but don't rush to give me the blame. I went to start filling out applications, hoping management helped me get my situation. But I get that, don't call us, we'll call you. But they never do, and you know that's true. I hardly had enough food to eat. My dinner was what the average would consider a treat. People having things I never seen before while I made my living out the 99-cent store. Running errands for others was my salary. If I was art, I'd get kicked out the gallery. Y'all don't want to go through what I went through. Back then, if you pictured yourself in my shoes, you were crazy.
My guys, I like that right there. Yo, you got any talents that we don't know about? What's something about you that nobody would know? You know what I'm saying? Nobody would expect. What's one thing that you talented that nobody would expect? Nigga, you know how to juggle or some shit? You motherfucking goldfish champion or some shit?
Nah. Yo, as a
this nigga's a 3-time goldfish champion and all that.
Man, I got fucking I could untie any knot, yo. If that make any sense.
Dead ass?
Yeah, as a kid, that's all I could.
That
I used to be
shit.
like the black Houdini.
That sound like
I used to
some wedding
tie
shit.
myself up in a fucking closet and get out of there and shit, man.
Yo,
That sound like some
shit.
wedding shit.
Yo.
I'm about to bring 2 people here to the tie the knot. Make this nigga untie him.
like
Yesterday,
Houdini
when I
and
went
shit,
to,
man.
I went to the Apple store. I went there mad early. Now, I didn't even know it was over 24 hours till I went
Well,
there.
you like
I missed that.
Yeah.
I go there, and I have my freaking shoe in a knot. I mean, one of them small shoelace, the tight knots. It ain't take but about 45 seconds to get that knot out of there, man. Like, it was a good thing I didn't cut my nails when I did. If I did, oh my God. But yeah, people don't appreciate the art of untying a knot until you have to do that shit.
Yeah.
That's crazy that you even agreeing with that shit.
No,
That's crazy.
I actually
you was
was
thinking about knots too, huh?
Yeah, I'm
You know
like,
what
so as soon as you said that untie the knot, I said, fuck, I had to do this shit yesterday. I'm some tying this shit. I'm thinking I pulled the loop out and the shit got stuck. I said, motherfucker. One thing I know is don't pull that string anymore or you're fucked. So I had to I had to literally,
That's crazy.
I had to literally, not literally, but seemingly feel like I had to do a couple of push-ups and stretches just to get my damn sneaker off. Then took the knot out.
Yo, that's no joke. Yo,
It's
people don't
not.
understand, man. Can't be cutting no laces, none of that shit.
Not that part.
Both of y'all's career people. You know what I'm saying? Well, we all career men and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? But my question is this. What career would you not date?
Probably like an escort. Shit like that. I don't want to do. I wouldn't want to date a prostitute.
I wouldn't even deal with an escort because I know it's going to anything that has
No prostitutes for you?
Yeah.
Why not, son?
Nah.
You know, the time scheduling, you know what I mean? That's gotta be a factor, bro. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Them long nights,
Yeah,
man. It's a long
son.
night, nigga. Like, I don't know.
And you sitting there waiting for it to get done and she
You
getting
feel
done,
me?
man.
Word.
Like, nah, my shit, anything that got to do with traveling, man. Like flight attendants, drivers, like, cause you're going for an extended period of time. You're going like 3, 4, 5 days, man.
Right,
and it's kind of hard to be faithful when you're away that long, man. Like,
Yeah.
but eventually the loin's going to kick in, man.
Right,
And I know people like to say, well, you know, you got holiday, you know, you got that love, whatever. I said that's true, and I'm one. I hate when a female says a dude is never there when he's paying the bills and stuff like that.
Right.
I
Yeah,
never.
yeah.
But you know what? Just to keep it fair, like, you know, I can't, because you come home one day and then you traveling for the next 4. So unless I'm rolling with you, if you travel a truck driver, and there are female truck drivers too.
Yeah,
So you got that flight attendants, you're going for an extended period of time. That's kind of the no for me, just on the basis of being there.
What you think?
Yeah. But for me, I don't know, man. Like, those are the only like professions. Anything where she has to be like around a lot of like, I guess, weird activity. You know what I mean?
A lot
Stuff
of
like
men,
that.
shit like that,
Bartending,
strippers,
something
shit
like
like
that.
that,
Something
yeah.
like that. You know what I
I'm
mean?
not
Would probably
dating no
like,
stripper.
yeah. That type
Not
of shit.
wifing no stripper.
But anything else, I'm pretty cool with.
Yeah, shit like that. You know what I'm saying? I don't know about I'm not wifing no chick that work for housing. That's off limits. You know what I'm saying? Because housing chicks be fucking all the niggas in housing. Feel me?
Yeah,
seen
COs,
that
I
shit,
guess
like-
either.
Oh yes.
Yeah, feel me? Cops.
Yeah.
Feel me? They be fucking
Yeah,
each
nah.
other. Y'all with each other all day. You feel what
But
I'm
then
saying?
if it go wrong with a cop, man, like they can put a lot of pressure. They can make this shit fucked up in life, bro. So
Yeah.
I probably wouldn't deal anything like that, FBI shit like that, none of that shit, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't do it. I can't do either. Because not to mention, you know, if she a cop, her job's to detect shit. And the problem with detecting shit is that you got females that detect shit that ain't even there. Some of these chicks will detect your dreams.
I'm telling you.
Like, and
I'm telling you, son, they be mad to Lulu too, son.
Yeah.
A lot of them be mad to Lulu. But look, I got another question for y'all, right? Being as though we talking about, you know, females and relationships and shit like that, right? So if you're in a relationship, or whatever, right? How many times, if you're in a relationship, do you think that you and your partner should have sex during the week?
well, I'm gonna say two things before I get to that. I'm just gonna say with your situation, you say, you know, you initiate stuff like that.
Right.
Mainly women prefer that. They like a man to take control. So when you
But sometimes men like when women
Oh,
come
yeah,
on
they-
to us too.
they-
You
they-
feel what I'm saying? I like aggressive women that come and grab up on me, nigga.
bro.
Let me get
Yeah,
that
yeah.
shit
Listen,
and all that.
I'm the same.
I like that shit
I'm
too.
the same way. Sometimes I tell friends, listen, get me in my sleep if you want it, man.
Right.
Like, get
You
it.
know what I mean?
If
Yeah.
I ain't up, he is. Get it. So,
Yeah.
but.
My man, bro. Nigga said if I ain't up, he is. Nigga. You feel what I'm saying?
So, no, I don't see when it comes to that, it's probably going to get to any question when it comes to sex and money and stuff like that, and 50-50 things like that.
Right.
My thing is, the first time when people tell you gotta have sex 3 times a week, 4 times a week, the first time you factor numbers in a relationship, one foot is out the door because now you gotta meet those expectations. So if you say, okay, we gotta have sex, let's say 6 times a week, whatever, and you get 4, and it's a Friday, and you got Saturday to go, you got 2 days to get that shit. So now you got that pressure, and sometimes people don't perform well under pressure.
So how many times a week do you think is sufficient if you're in a relationship with somebody? 7 days a week. How many times during the 7 days of the week do you think that 2 people in a relationship should be having sex? I mean,
if you want to say,
well, I gotta reword that because what if y'all don't see each other every day?
if you want to see if you want to go on average, it's going to depend on the age genre, I guess you could say, because you know when you in your 20s, you could just rock out whatever you want to multiple times.
Right. Multiple during the day, all that type of
stuff
shit.
like that.
You older niggas got jobs and shit. You come home, I'm tired sometimes. You feel what I'm saying? So I like sex just like the next man, but you know what I'm saying? I don't need to have it every day.
No, I would say.
I'm gonna just be honest. Like,
I would say.
I like having it though.
Right. Oh, I love having it.
Yeah.
I would say on average, I would say about 4 or 5 times a week. You know, and that's on the mature. If you're like in your 40s and up, whatever. Not because you don't want to work with the blue pill, not because you feel you can't do it anymore, but because there's other things when you're 40s.
This is you talking about 4 or 5 times a week if you're in a relationship without the blue pill.
Right, 4 or 5 times a week. Because
what you think, Roscoe?
I mean, physically, I could every day of the week. Physically, I can do it every day. Physically, I
can't
Y'all
too.
niggas is horny, nigga.
No, I'm saying.
Y'all some horny motherfuckers.
But I mean, just think about it, right? Pause. If you wake up in the morning and you wake up with a that means you could whatever. And every day I wake up with a so that I'm just saying.
But what if your shorty's not there every morning?
No, I'm just saying the physical part I could.
Okay.
The actuality is probably like maybe 3 times a week or something like that. You know what I mean? Because it's more timing or whatever. You don't live with your shorty, stuff like that. You know what I mean? But physically, I could. Like if it was different. You know what I mean?
Pardon me.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And if you live with the person, that's where the other 1, 2 comes into play. And that's the mature. That's for like the 40 and up. Just because there's other shit. Because see, if you're in a relationship in your 40s. You're not just in it for the sex, or at least you shouldn't be. You build it for other shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right. I'm trying to build with you. I'm trying to get money with you. And all that, nigga. Let's get a house. Let's do all that good shit.
Yeah, and fucking you.
Too old for that shit.
Right, and fuck you all the time is not gonna get us that mansion unless I'm a gigolo.
Fact. Feel me? But I'm gonna fuck you though. That's a fact. You know what I'm saying? But I don't gotta be fucking you every day.
But then you know what I mean?
You know what I'm saying?
And then like, you know, you get into a habit and shit like that. So, you know what I mean? Now say like, for example, could you have sex with a now I'm not saying, you know, this is just hypothetical.
Right.
Could you have sex every day with a different woman?
Yes. If we talking hypothetically.
Yeah, because it's new.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? When you with somebody after a while, sometimes it starts to level out. Like the sexual drive level out. When y'all first meet, it's like boom, 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 boom. You know what I mean?
True.
But then when you start getting used to it or whatever, you know, it starts to go down
Not
a
that
little
you're
bit.
not attracted to them, but it's
But
just not like
it just
how
starts
it was
to
at the
cause
beginning.
that, you know what I mean? So
Gotcha,
stuff like that
gotcha,
happens.
gotcha.
And that's where the maturity comes in, and that's why I said you don't really want to factor in numbers because you got chicks that we used to do it like 6-7 times a week. Now we do it 2. That's the numbers factor that comes in. And I said this a while ago too, and this is why I don't. One of the reasons I don't believe in cheating or moving on from my female to the next female, especially the younger ones, the ones that want to do the BBLs and stuff like that, want to artificial their bodies. I want natural because my thing is this.
So you're all natural, dude.
Yes.
What about you? Before you get into your shit,
He's a vegan.
all natural.
Yeah,
He's a vegan. It's like, come on, man.
Not even that,
It's natural. He's a vegan. But
Got you, yeah.
but my thing is, I always said this, man.
Mm-hmm.
The older a female gets,
Mm-hmm.
or just no, let me put it like this: the more pressure she applies,
Mm-hmm.
the more makeup she's gonna have to apply as she get older because those looks ain't gonna stay there forever. So now you go from spending $300-400 getting a chick in the club and stuff like that to paying a minimum $300-400 just to keep the makeup on. I ain't even talk about the other shit.
Right.
So it doesn't pay to deal with a chick that's about her body if she gotta pay all that money to apply shit, or she gonna fuck with somebody else who could pay for that money. So that's why I deal with the natural chick, because the artificial chick is too pressured into keeping up her upkeep.
Right.
Like you're not gonna be 50 years old grabbing these dudes out here in their 20s and 30s unless you're paying for them.
Mm-hmm. That's a fact. That shit look good, but that shit doesn't.
Yeah. When you start taking the clothes off and the shit start looking like,
I couldn't like a chick that had a BBL.
especially
Because first of all, you got the BBL because you wanted to get all this attention. So my thing is like,
You didn't
you
get
want
it
more
just
attention than
to not
what
be
I'm trying to
seen.
give you.
Yeah, you want to be
feel me?
seen
You
with
got
that
that
shit.
shit
So-
because you want to be seen, just like you said. So
now
I'm not
you
like
got something inside that look like smoked lung.
that's a fact.
Word.
That's a fact. Let me ask you a question, right? Mm-hmm. Being as though we work for the post office and shit like that, or whatever, you know what I'm saying? What's the worst thing that you've seen working in the post office?
In the projects, I seen human shit in the stairwell.
That's not crazy though. That's regular.
Not to me, it wasn't the first time I saw that shit. I'm a fucking
That's regular up here, nigga.
Nah, I be yo,
Pissy staircases
I don't
and
be-
shitty motherfucking
Nah,
staircases.
like I've seen pissy staircases,
pissy
but
elevators
shit,
and
bro.
shitty staircases.
Like someone
that's
just took a
regular,
shit
son.
right
in
in
the
I can take you to
Pacific.
my fucking staircase right now.
Never
Probably
seen
some
no
shit in there.
crazy
Son. That's crazy, son. Probably some
That's-
shit in
yeah,
there
that
right
shit was-
now.
that
Bro,
was
that
the
shit
wildest
be
shit.
nasty in here. I don't know what's up with this building, man. This shit been going to the goddamn shambles ever since me and Jerome been out of here. So. But yeah, that shit's
Yeah,
crazy.
something like that. I mean, I've seen a lot of other shit, like raccoons coming out of nowhere in the darkness type shit. That shit crazy. Fucking buildings burned down.
What's the craziest gift you ever got? Like during the holidays type shit. You know what I'm saying?
That's nothing too crazy. You know what I mean? Just like little
Besides
homemade
money,
liquor
whatever,
and shit like that. You know what I mean? Stuff like that. I got some candy. I got a couple of candy European
shit that you
shits.
don't use, none of that
Yeah,
shit.
shit like that.
Motherfucker give you a whole ham or something. Like,
Yeah,
I don't
yeah,
fucking use
yeah,
this
yeah,
nigga.
yeah.
Fuck
That
with
was some
this
crazy
shit.
shit right there.
Yeah,
for
they give a
real.
nigga a whole Cornish ham.
I
or
got a
some shit.
veal. I got a veal sandwich one time.
That shit out of here. Fucking vegan, son. You know what I'm saying? What's your
Word,
favorite vegan spot to eat at?
It used to
Like
be.
if you going out or whatever the case may be, this is my particular spot that I go to. You know what I'm saying?
It
My
used to be
go-to spot.
fucking seasoned vegan in Harlem when they had that shit up on Harlem.
And now it's not there no more?
Nah, I think they moved it to like the village somewhere. Like they made it to
That's
more like an
closer for you,
express. But
Yeah.
that village, man, that shit's crazy with the parking
Yeah.
and all that shit. So I
I ain't
haven't
gonna lie, I
been
don't
there
like
since then.
driving downtown sometimes
Yeah,
and all
so-
that just because of that shit. You know what I'm saying? But everything be fucking downtown that I be wanting to go do
Yeah,
that
so-
shit. So it's like, damn, son. You're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. You know what I'm saying? What's the craziest gift you ever got working for your job?
Oh my gosh. It was around Valentine's Day. And a female coworker gave me a man-shaped chocolate with boxes on it.
For what?
Exactly. I said for what?
For real?
Yeah, that's wild. That's wild.
And no, I'm sorry, I said it was a female coworker, my bad. No, I gave it to her.
Right.
It was a guy coworker that gave me that shit.
Right.
That's even crazier. Like, yo, I said, why the fuck you even chocolate dude with boxers on?
That's weird.
Yeah, that's wild.
Can you imagine me? Can you imagine me eating the shit at the hip? The fuck am I
Nah,
doing
nah.
that? Exactly.
Wow.
Hell yeah.
That's crazy, bro. Yo, what type of movies you watch? Are you into comedies or you into horrors? You into thrillers? What?
If you want me to flip a
What's your
coin,
favorite type of genre of movie to watch?
well, I got all types of. If it was one of those.
You seem like your shit is eclectic, like his shit. You know what I'm saying? I know he's gonna give me some crazy ass name. Like, matter of fact, this is my question: what's your favorite movie of all time?
Man,
One movie that you can watch over and over again.
my movies are comedy, but believe it or not, the one movie I can watch over and over again.
Every day.
I just started watching it again.
Yeah.
It's Tales from the Hood 3.
Okay. What about you?
I'll probably go with either Life or Trains, Planes, and Automobiles.
Okay.
One's that Christmas movie and The Life with Eddie Murphy and Martin Lawrence.
Yeah.
Right. I'm a juice nigga.
Yeah.
I'm a juice nigga. I'm a either Juice or Last Dragon.
Last Dragon. Yeah.
Those are two of my favorite
See.
movies. I can watch them shits back to back every day for the rest of my life.
See, movies is
I
like-
don't gotta see nothing else.
Movies are like music. You can't pick one, man. Like,
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
true.
yeah.
That's absolutely right. You know what I'm saying? I can't just pick one of them joints. But you know what I want to ask too, because I know you into a lot of like how do you say this? Like you into a lot of like dark goth type of shit. You know what I'm saying? The reason I say that is because you wear like skull bracelets, like, you know, let's see. You feel me? Skull rings, things like that. I know you into like knives and things like that and stuff like that. So I wanted to show you something too. But I want to ask you, what do you call that style? Like, what is that you're into, basically? You know what I mean? Like, what would you call it?
Well, actually,
Before I ask you.
Actually, my cousin gave this to me a few years, about 5-6 years back. And he wants to do this to put us as a member of a crew, not like a gang thing like that, but I can say
Like
we're
Savage
friends.
Skulls or some shit
Yeah,
like that
so-
back in the day.
yeah,
type of shit.
because he's into skulls,
Yeah, right.
and the crew actually name is Mighty Dogs.
Okay.
So anybody who got this here, we know that you're
So
a
it's
member.
Mighty Dogs, but you got skulls, nigga.
That's the symbol.
Gotcha,
That's
gotcha.
simple. Yeah, you're not gonna find out.
So you're part of a gang called Mighty Dogs.
I wouldn't say a gang.
I'll just fuck with you, son.
But
You feel?
shit. But speaking of which, though,
Yeah.
I remember telling you, man, I went to a park in Harlem one time, and it's these dudes. I probably thought I was in one, but then was found out too late. Like,
Yeah.
like I said, I don't be on the streets or stuff like that. I was in a single family, but there
Right.
was family restrictions because I had old
Right,
grandma. there.
everybody ain't in the streets, man.
Yeah.
Some of us is on the
Yeah.
sidewalk,
Yeah.
bro. I'm a sidewalk
I
nigga.
had old grandma there watching me, but I do pick up on street lingo. I was in this area one time, and this dude walked up on me and said, "Yo, let me see your bag, yo." I ain't gonna see my bag. He said, "That looked like my bag."
Right.
Now I know what that means when you say it looked like my
Once
bag.
they do,
Yeah, I
so
know
that's
what
a
that means.
universal.
Yeah, so I told
Same thing
dude.
like when they ask you what sizes though.
Yeah, so
Let me get a quarter.
So I said, "This my."
I
I
ain't
said,
never
my,
heard that one.
Yeah, that's that
I
Brooklyn
said, "That's
shit.
my bag right there." As a matter of fact, shorty right there tell you. So he saw a shorty walking by, and I pulled out one of my joints with it. It was a brass knuckle joint that came out, and I chased dude. One of them tripped, and I caught up to him. And I just pulled it to him, put it right to his cheek, and I said, "Yo, my man, if I had a record, you wouldn't be here right now. Don't ever run up on a nigga like that, man. You don't know me like that. I just saved your life right now, man. Don't ever do something like that, because next time you may not be so lucky." He took off.
That's hilarious, man.
And besides, they look like in their early mid-20s. Okay, I know you think you're an adult, but what are you doing out the house at 4 something in the morning
Right.
if you ain't going to work?
Word.
You know what that shit is about.
And you know what's cost him his life.
Yo, with that being said, right, I got a question for you. 'Cause, I mean, he don't know this, but I know this. You went briefly into it or whatever the case may be. You know, you can speak on it if you want to or not. But I remember you telling me that you got shot, bro.
Yeah.
How the fuck does that happen, man? Cause you a cool ass fucking dude, bro. I couldn't see why a motherfucker would want to shoot you, bro.
Yeah.
How did you even get in that type of situation where you even got shot, bro?
Yo, well, it happened like 93. You know what I'm saying? 93. I was in college, you know what I'm saying? Like my second year in college or whatever the case is. And you know what I mean? Like back in those times, it's like when you would go to college, I went to Virginia Union, like I said before, in Richmond.
Yeah.
When I went to college, the first thing you do is you just start linking up with people. You know what I'm saying? So you start linking up with people that you have some type of common ground with. The common ground that we had was terrain, location. You know what I mean? People from New York. Okay. Oh, were you from New York? Yo, you from here? You from here?
Brooklyn,
whatever. Yeah, all of that type of stuff. Yeah. So that's how cats start clicking up. Then after people start clicking up, we started chilling together a lot. After you start chilling together a lot, you start to have to identify yourself, or people will identify you as a group. This is that group. You know what I mean? So at that time, the MC Light song, Roughneck, you know what I mean? So that was our moniker, you know what I mean, at the time. So it was just a whole bunch of New York cats, whatever. Long story short, you know what I mean, college life. Sooner or later, we started causing a lot of ruckus on campus or whatever. That ruckus started to spill over to people who...
Oh, he was a tyrant.
Roscoe out with
was
people.
A tyrant,
Nah, not me.
Nigga was a tyrant back in the day.
I hung out with cats that would get into stuff.
Yeah,
I never really got too much into stuff. You know what I mean?
He was with the tyrants.
Basically.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha,
So that type of stuff. So
you used to hang with tyrants too?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna get to you next.
Yeah. So you know what I mean?
Get back to the
we got into
how you get shot in the ass.
Nah, it was the leg. Nah, it was the leg. It was the leg. You know what I'm saying? Because you know niggas go wild.
Exactly.
So fuck it. It was at the lunchroom or whatever. It was a little beef with some dudes or whatever the case is. The dudes happen to be some cats that live down there. So now you can see the difference. When you dealing with someone, you beefing with someone who don't live in the area. You know what I'm saying? It's different. You kind of at the same level. But when you're dealing with people who live there and know people and all of that stuff, grew up there, lived there, you don't have no advantage.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like they basically got the high ground.
Right.
You know what I mean? So we were it was a fight going on.
Trying to slide up through co-op and all that. Like, y'all niggas ain't getting out of here.
Yeah, son, if you don't, niggas is
how you getting out of here?
Word.
You don't know where you going.
Exactly.
Right. So
bro.
I get what you're saying.
So they got some of the people I was with got into a fight early in the day. You know what I'm saying? So it was a little fight or whatever the case is. Boom, boom. Shit was over with, but the people that we dealt with, you know what I mean? The people we beefed with, like I said, were out of town, well, inner-towners or whatever the case is. So we chilling one day.
It was from the town.
Yeah, from the town. We chilling, you know, in the little pool room or whatever the case is. And cats want to go get a 40 or whatever the case is, get a blunt, whatever. So I'm going to the store with two of the cats who started the previous beef, right? Now, the illest shit is, before we go to the store, three times, a shorty was like, yo, they used to call me Born, don't go to the store, chill, right? Nah, I'm gonna go to the store, whatever. Yeah.
Okay.
So, another shorty.
Pardon me, I said he used to be on his guard body shit in case y'all ain't here with us.
Yeah. So then like another shorty had said the same thing. And then one of my other homeboys who didn't go to the store said it. 3.
Gotcha.
3 strikes.
Right.
And I said, nah. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So basically since then, I always pay attention to trends. Like, you know what I mean? So, all right, let's get back to that. So, boom. We go into the store or whatever the case is. While we go into the store, you know, we talking shit. Yeah, you know, y'all call wreck, blah, blah, blah. We gonna do this, we gonna do that. Yo, I gotta, it was so funny. We talking about guns, right? So while we crossing over to go this football field to go to the store, is a football game going on. College game or whatever the case is. So we talking all that shit or whatever. What happened was, once we got to like the impasse, we ran into the same niggas. You know what I'm saying? That was with the beef. So I didn't catch what I'm holding because I'm gonna start coughing.
Yeah.
That shit gonna be fucking ridiculous. But
you can't handle it, y'all.
It's already
It's my guy.
So,
yeah.
All right, so we ran into the dudes, right? When we ran into the dudes, they outnumbered us, right? And it was like at a football field, was mad people stuff going on. So they start running. You know, they're like, yo, and I'm not trying to make it seem like it was some no stupid shit, but it was like basically like this. I didn't catch no wreck that day.
Okay.
right? So when we went to the store or whatever, I'm just figuring, this might be my time to catch a little wreck or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So after that shit,
my fiance killed me.
they start bouncing. They start backing up. So I'm like, nah, we gonna catch some wreck or whatever. This dude start running towards me, like this. That's what I saw, right? I didn't see that. I thought he was running because I was little. He was blazing whatever. I think he running like with a Superman fist. So I'm looking like I'ma fuck this nigga up. I'ma weave this shit, right? But then little closer, I'm like, nah, son.
Wow.
Took off. I knew it was the gun.
Wow.
So then we running through the whole, like the little, and they got the buses cut for the teams and all that. So I'm running through the parking lot, boom, 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 running. Them niggas ran one way, I ran the opposite way, right? So when I ran the opposite way, all the attention came on me. You know what I'm saying? Because they were running into where the public was. I'm going into the darkness and shit.
Okay.
So we running, boom, boom, boom. And I'm seeing, I just see it in the back, in the corner pause, in the corner of my eye, like running. I keep seeing them running. We dodging through cars, all that shit. So I make a turn, and I'm in the line between two buses, right, on both sides. So I'm running in the middle. My whole goal is to get to that corner so I can skate off. I can get some ground. You know what I'm saying? The dude stops. He points the gun, and I'm just looking like this. He pointing that shit at my head, and I'm like, in my mind, I'm just like, yo, not the head. Once I said not the head, he lowered that shit, caught me, bomb. All of this shit exploded. My whole shin, all that shit. Yeah, so I could not walk or nothing. That shit was in pieces. Like, I heard
You got a wound?
Yeah. Let's see if we can see that shit. So that's the operation.
Oh shit! I never.
They had to open up my shit here and then pause, and then back here.
Yeah.
I don't know if you can see it, but it's
really.
It's like a little.
You can't really tell.
Yeah, like right here. It's a little. Yeah, right there. Boom.
I see it. Oh yeah, I see it.
So once it hit here, all of this,
bruh.
You know what I'm saying? So once I got shot or whatever the case is, couldn't walk or nothing like that. So I'm trying to like get behind trying to get behind under the car or some shit like that. You know what I mean? Because I'm thinking in my mind, I'm like, this nigga gonna come back for seconds. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, for some reason, because back in them days,
you still able to run that?
Nah, my shit was done, bro. I'm trying to cover myself and try to move, like crawl and shit. They around
towards you, like.
Once I got shot, honestly, I'm just like in panic mode, trying to move out ways. I don't know what's going on. You know what I'm just saying? So once that happened, this dude. Cause the dude came out of nowhere because it was a football game going on or whatever the case is. Or what I meant to say was during that time in '93, Richmond, if you look it up, Richmond statistics for like death was through the roof. They was sending New York niggas back. Yeah, niggas was trying to go out there and get paid. Niggas was coming back in boxes.
Yeah, that's one of that.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, son. So
shit.
You already know.
Richmond and Baltimore.
Yeah.
So you could not go
yeah,
try to get money.
That shit was crazy. They was sending mad niggas back. So after that shit, I saw a dude, old dude or whatever, and I'm just like, yo, he's like, yo, what happened? Yo, I got shot. He took off running. I'm like, yo, come back. Like, you know what I mean? Like, yo, come back. Nah, stay with me. Nah, we be good together, yo. Nah, son. Yo, son, I ain't gonna hold you, son. Son, I wanted love after that movie. No, nah.
Come back.
Nah, stay here with me, man. We a team, nigga. So after that shit, he ran. They got the ambulance and all of that shit. And then after that, all them cats, the cats that ran came back. So then all the people's whatever. And you know what I mean? That's what happened.
That's crazy.
Like,
bro.
what you said, because you said you pointed at, you said not the head. You were saying to yourself, not
the
head?
Or like, in my mind, no. Like, say, all right, so, y'all would probably see it. So, say you running. And I'm like this. My eyes like that. Yeah. He's like this.
Oh, so you see it.
You so I'm running. And I see him, he just stopped.
Right.
You saying to yourself,
I'm like, not the head, like in my mind, like I'm trying to Professor X this nigga, like, yo, not the fucking head, pause, like anything, but the head, my nigga, like, you know what I mean, like that type of shit.
I mean, in the grand scheme of things, much I hate to hear that even happy, sorry to hear that. In the grand scheme of things, that Professor X shit must have worked, because he just lowered this shit.
Word, instant, like it was instant, like it was supposed to be, like, I'm letting you know you were in the wrong shit.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
crazy,
so take this with you. It could be a lot worse, my nigga.
Right.
But right now, just hold that with you. Let's see what happens. You know what I mean? That type of
warning
shit.
this time.
Yeah, son. So
you ever had any crazy shit happening like that to you?
Not like that. That's damn near a match right there.
When a nigga try to kill you or some crazy shit, pull a hatchet out on you or some shit
Well,
like
somebody
that.
did pull a hatchet on me though. I was like 12, 13 years old, and I had this Walkman on.
Yeah.
You know, old cassette shit.
Yeah.
That shit around my neck. And I'm walking through the block on 83rd, and the Jamaicans used to run that shit. I mean, they still do, but not like they did back then. I'm walking, he said, let me see that Walkman. And I know what that meant. Nah, you can't see this Walkman, man. I said, let me see that Walkman, putting it right to my head, man. Yo, take the shit, man. Leave me alone, man. And I'm walking, and you don't want to look at them because you know what happens if you look at them. So I'm just walking like, I'm just saying the whole time, please don't pull that trigger, please don't pull that trigger. But ultimately, one of the older cats Jamaicans went off on him. That's why I respect back then, man, because that's another thing too. Back then, you know, little 14, 15, okay, I'm 12. The fuck you doing robbing this kid, man? Give him that fucking Walkman back. That's a good kid there, man. You don't fuck with kids like that, man.
Right.
And went off on him too. And I think he beat him like he was his child. I mean, he was just the older cat. He was a 15-year kid, wanted to make a name for himself. And he beat his ass because he tried to rob me.
The craziest shit that happened to me so far, you know what I'm saying? This was years ago and shit. I used to work, this was before the post office and shit. You know what I'm saying? I've been working for the post office almost 8 years now and shit.
Yeah.
So this is before the post office and shit. I was working 2 jobs or whatever, right? And I was selling fire sticks at the same time. So I was getting a little couple of dollars and shit. I ain't gonna lie, the fire sticks had me on another level type shit.
I heard,
I was
when
selling
they
them
first
shit
hit,
like-
man.
Especially when I learned how to actually jailbreak them
Mm-hmm.
shits, and I was selling them shits for $100 a pop. Feel me? And I was buying them shits 2, 3 at a time. So imagine that if I'm buying them for fucking $40 or something at a time, I'm selling them for $100. You feel what I'm saying? I was getting bread off them joints. You feel me? I had damn near like $10,000-$15,000 off that shit. But you know, of course, me being a young nigga and shit, spending money and shit like that. So, but anyway, at the time I was selling fire sticks. I was working as security at this assisted living program and shit like 1800 Warren and shit like that over there, whatever. I was working at the desk basically. You know what I'm saying? Same shit, doing security and all that. But I was also working for a moving company, this shit called BRS. You know what I'm saying? So we was working out in Queens one day and shit like that. And I basically had a back and forth with some dude and shit that was working with us that day or whatever. And I just felt like the nigga was just talking too much. So I was like, yo, shut the fuck up, man. Like, you talking too goddamn much. Like, you know what I mean? To the point where I just wanted to smack this nigga type shit. But he was on some like, yeah, whatever. Like, you know what I mean? Talking and shit. He sounded mad feminine and shit. Like, the nigga was just pissing me off. He was just being mad, annoying type of shit or whatever, right? So it got to the point where he was going back and forth. And I told the nigga, like, yo, shut the fuck up before I do something to you type of shit or whatever, right? He was like, yeah, you can do whatever you want, da-da-da, talking shit. So I'm like, all right. You know what I mean? So boom. Me and the nigga, we was working, basically, I was working for the moving company, like I said. We was working in the firehouse. We had to move some heavy ass shit from like the first floor up to the top floor, from the top floor to the bottom floor, some shit. So we working in this basic, what do you call them shits? The fire station. You know what I'm saying? So we was basically working in the firehouse. We had to move some weights from the top floor down to the bottom or whatever. So that's what we was there to do. So I got into it with one of the dudes that was working with us that day, and this is what happened. So we basically moving this furniture, whatever, from the top to the front. So me and him got into it on the staircase and shit like that. That's how I ended up. I don't know if you can see it and shit like that, but I got a little, you know what I'm saying, like a little scar in the back of my neck type shit. I don't know if you can see it and shit.
Well,
This how I call it the scar and shit. You know what I'm saying? Because me and the nigga got into it or whatever the case may be, right? And I end up running to the nigga on the staircase after we had got into it and shit, and we walking past each other. So he's staring at me and I'm staring at him, and I just swung. Bam! Rock this nigga, feel me? Didn't even realize when we was walking up the stairs, the nigga had something in his hand already. So while we walking up the stairs and we walking past each other, he looked, and I'm looking at him and shit, and I just looked like, fuck are you looking at? Like, bang, I caught him. He swung his arm back like that, feel me? And I didn't even realize that he even caught me type shit, feel me? I had already rocked the nigga, then I hit him with the left like after that, feel me? Because I caught him with one, then he swung his arm and I caught him with another one, bam. And then I backed down off the staircase and he ran up the staircase, feel me? So when I came down the staircase and I was standing up there, you know what I'm saying, while he was running up or whatever, somebody came behind me and was like, yo, you cut, son. And then that's when I put my hand in my shit and I felt it. I was like, oh, hell no, son. Word to my mother, I started running up the stairs and all that shit to get this nigga. They holding me back like, yo, chill, chill, chill. I was trying to throw everything at this nigga, son. Everything I could see on the floor, bottles, nigga, all type of shit. So I was trying to get this nigga, son. They wouldn't let me get to this nigga, but dead ass. We was out in Queens when this shit happened, so I'm holding my shit up. This is right after it happened. I walked all the way from the fucking firehouse to urgent care. That shit was probably about 15, 20 minutes from where we was at. Walked all the way over there, bro. The dude saw me. The nigga put some glue on my shit. That's at the time when they started like gluing, instead of putting the stitches in and all that, they was gluing your shit together. So he took this glue gun shit or whatever and just glued my shit together. Like, you know what I'm saying? All the way to it was like straight perfect type shit. And that's exactly how I got this fucking scar right here that you can't even really tell. I don't know if you can see the shit, bro.
Yeah, I see like a...
You see like the little
Yeah, I see it there. Yeah, I see that line. Yeah,
right
across the tattoo. Yeah.
That's exactly how I got that fucking scar, son, from Diddy bopping this nigga at the fucking job. He was talking shit. His
But
little
you got the
fruity
better
pebble
from
ass
on that
nigga.
one.
Yeah, but he caught me though. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie. The nigga caught me because I damn sure got cut. You know what I'm saying?
I got some.
That's the craziest shit that probably happened to me and all
I got
that
something
shit.
that's a little bit of combination of crazy and
yeah.
funny, man. You might remember this in particular.
Yeah.
First of all, you just gonna laugh at the fact you make fun of my shirt not being a smoker. If you remember, once upon a time,
Exactly. You got this big ass weed smoking shirt on, nigga. You ain't even touch a goddamn blunt. You want some of this shit right here, son?
You know what I mean?
Stop playing. You know what I'm saying?
CGI that, you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
you know what I'm saying? With a motherfucking light ass and all. Like,
Once
feel me
upon-
here. Matter of fact, yeah, it go with the shirt and all that.
But
Put
you
like
know-
the shit up and all that. You know what I'm saying? Like the shirt up.
yeah, all right. But you know, once upon a time, we used to sell this shit.
I know. I wasn't gonna bring that up. That's your business.
Yeah, listen, man, I ain't doing it now. It's legal, so you know, catch me if you